Have you seen that replay, buddy?
All right, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me. You're right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Damon! 60 G's, baby! But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's happening, Fight Week Show, fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we're back with another prediction show. And tonight, I have my bros in the house, but I got Cross, I got my Dane. What's happening, my bros? How's everybody doing, man? You, man, good?
Man, I'm great. It's Friday. You know, we get to talk about some fights. We get fights a little early this weekend. I mean, what's not to love about that? And I'm ready to get to it.
Yeah, man, my Dane.
I thought he was going to come in with, it's Friday, I ain't got no job, I ain't got shit to do.
I had a job. I got a job. I ain't even feeling like that, but you man can, you know what I mean? Come on.
I'm feeling fresh, son. New phone, new buds, all the good shit. Man's trying to hustle over here, trying to make a new phone out of some pennies, but that ain't happening. But yeah, bro, happy to be here. Like, we're not joined by the gang, but we are.
Hey, listen, gang, you can't blame it. You can't blame a brother for trying, man. You know what I mean?
No, not at all, mate. Not at all.
Come on, if you don't ask, you don't get in this world, man. But big up everybody that's locked in right now. Salute to every single one of you. Salute to everybody that's subbing to the Rambling Dad podcast, to the Crossover MMA, and all of our other guys that do pull up on the show, as you saw on Don't Stop Shit Down yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Don't Stop Shit Down was live. I was in the chat. It was funny right from the get-go. And big up McDane for holding the reins yesterday, man. Salute to you, my bro. I appreciate that, because we had we had a mad day at work. But we out of there, and yeah, we're in the house right now. My boy, we to job Capone. Big up yourself, we too. Hope mom's doing all right. Hope everybody's doing
better, Leroy?
Hey, right now, this thing don't be listening to Leroy right now, man. Leave Leroy alone, man. You know what I mean? I think this might be the one he's looking for.
Nah.
Yeah, right there, because it's not going over the border. So
this one says use this.
Nah.
Has he swapped it up again and not told the brother?
Yeah,
probably.
I think
it's standard. Yeah, there we go. God damn, Leroy. You're slacking, son. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's Leroy.
Please tell the people that are going to be on it what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody that's locked in right now. Big up every single one of you. And make sure you're following those names that's scrolling down the bottom. The Fight Week Show, Rambling Dad. You know what I mean? Crossover MMA. Making the Walk. S-Dogs MMA Normally, all these guys, CageScribes. Go and check them out. Go and give them a follow. Right, we got this easy Imavov card Abu Dhabi this weekend, and Manchester City playing Arsenal. Right? It's going to be a mad sports weekend for me. I'm going to be going through the ringer, man. You know what I mean? My boy Easy is headlining the card, and we know I got to get 3 points against Man City tomorrow. So, yeah, it's going to be a mad one. Still.
What time's the kickoff? 3 o'clock?
4:30.
Oh, main card kicks off at 5, man. Yeah,
main card kicks off at 5. I might just make the main event. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Because Arsenal right now, you know what I mean? That match is important. So important. But we're on the MMA show right now, man. And we got this bout to get through. Let's get to the score. I love this scoreboard right now, because you gotta see who's at the bottom of the pile. You know what I mean? You gotta see who's at the bottom of the pile. Forget everybody else. Just who's languishing at the bottom of the pile. That makes me happy, right? You know what I mean? I like until the bottom of the pile changes. I'm gonna show this at the start of every prediction show. Yeah, let me leave it there for one more minute. All right,
You're right there.
I'll take it off now. Take it off now.
Bro's 1 point ahead of me, and he's sitting there like.
I don't care. Hey, bro, did you not just say how precious you were about some points?
Yeah, mate. You're down here eating the scraps off the table of the king.
Bro, I don't care. You're the bottom of the pile, man. That's all that matters.
McDan, you know Ola's gonna do that. He finished the year in last place. Of course he gonna do that this year.
Why did you have to remind everybody, Cross? Why do you have to remind everybody? Right now, they're just worried about what's right in front of them right now this season. Yeah, but yeah, I did finish last. It was bad. Like it was like a kill over. Yeah, it won't be happening again though. Again, we'll be right back, man. Like Terminator. I'll be back. Okay. We got Hamdi Abdul Wahab versus Jamal Pogues. Jamal Pogues coming in with a record of 11-4. Hamdi with a record of 3-0. Hamdi fighting out Egypt, and we got Jamal fighting out the USA. This fight is happening in the heavyweight division. We're gonna allow the odds tonight. I just get right to the fights.
Oh, I've got them there if you wanted them, Mike, but cool.
No, let's go straight to the fights, man. So we're not talking favorites, no this. You know what I mean? But let's get to the fights. Let's get to the fight. Well, we've all submitted our picks, right? So you're submitting it now, then, ain't you? You know what I mean? So
exactly.
You're submitting them now, aren't you?
Whatever you're saying now isn't the end game and the be all. But you submit afterwards. I've got until about 4 o'clock in the morning. So
ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody staying up till it.
Because I'll be playing with my new phone. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not staying up for that shit. Well, you got all that time. So let's stick with you then. Let's see where you're going. We keep the Magden?
Hamdi Abdel Wahab. Is that how you say his name?
That's good.
Abdel Wahab. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Abdel Wahab. Yeah, man.
Where's this brother been, man? Where has this brother been? Like, this dude vanished off the face of the planet. Like, he's barely had any fights in the UFC. When was his last fight? I can't.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it must have been. Like, does anyone know why he disappeared?
No idea, brother.
Not fighting. Like, cutting weight, God knows what this dude was doing. But he's got some mean hands, son. He's got some mean hands. I think almost every one of his finishes that you've seen him lining up into the UFC, he's KO'd almost everybody. So this one's like one of those sit on the fence, don't really know how it's going to go. Jamal Pogues is mid to low tier at best. He can get through a 3-rounder. He can do what he needs to do. He's not got the greatest gas tank. He's got a bit of power, but not too much. But you've also then got to factor in the activity and the fact that he's still been fighting in the UFC, and it was a bit of a rough one for me. But I know he's an underdog. I'm going to take Jamal Pogues for my first underdog of the night. Just the activity and the fact that he's still been around. I know, but like I say, the chance of this brother sparking him out is right there as well. So I'm going to take Jamal Pogues.
Yeah, man. Big up Danger Mouse in the house. Danger Mouse. I remember that cartoon.
All right, Pennington. Calm down. Or Pennington, whatever his name was.
Pennington, you know. You're a dickhead. Hey, Cross, let's come to you, man, on this bout between Jamal Pogues and Hamdi.
I'm going to be honest, guys. Like, I have zero confidence in this fight. I honestly don't know. I mean, you know, Hamdi, the guy's been out for 2 years. Yeah, he's got a 100% finish rate, but, you know, being outside the octagon that long, you're bound to be a little rusty. Jamal Pogues doesn't really wow us one way or the other, and then his cardio's a bit sus. But I think the time off is going to be a lot for Hamdi, and I'm going with Jamal Pogues here, so I'm taking an underdog as well.
Yeah, man. This is going to be a full house. I went with Pogues as well. And the thing for me that really took over the edge, because it's a toss of a coin with these two.
Mm-hmm.
But Pogues can probably point score a little bit better than Hamdi. And Hamdi not really been around with the fighter that can point score, can get to the third round without necessarily looking more gas than Hamdi. obviously Hamdi got hands. If he catches him in the first round, that might be it. But I'm counting on Pogues being able to manage distance and at least maybe jab his way, some clinch work, some dirty boxing in there, maybe even a takedown if he's able to catch one and just try and look good for the judges. So I'm probably looking at 29-28 sort of fight here, at least from Pogues' perspective.
That's one of the other things as well, though, geographical, as I'm going to mention multiple times tonight, bro. If this goes the distance,
there's
getting it.
Hamdi might. You see, that's the thing, because of how long Hamdi's been out for, like Cross alluded to there. I don't know how he could look good going the distance, which is why I'm going to lean towards Pogues. That's the only reason. There's no, like I said, it's more of a toss of coin, but I'm just trying to give logic to the fight. But you can't give too much logic to heavyweight fighters as well, man, especially ones that open the card. You know what I mean? So
that cardio makes me nervous. But I just think Hamdi's only going to be dangerous for the first round, you know, with that power. And then when he gets a little fatigued, at that point, I think it's going to be a point fight at that point.
And Pogues, like you said, will do what he needs to do in front of the judges and probably steal it. So that's how I'm looking at it anyways. But
wow, what's happening? Cheers for joining in, as always.
Yeah, big up Lala in the house, man. Salute to you, Lala. And Mr. Jax. Big up yourself. I saw you on the show last night as well. Okay, let's go on to the next one. On the docket, we got Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. Yeah, Lucas Alexander. This fight is happening in the featherweight division. Lucas coming in with a record of 8-4, and we got Bogdan with a record of 14-2. Lucas fighting out of Brazil, and Bogdan fighting out of where? What is that flag? Hold on. Austria, that's the one.
Austria, yeah.
I just said that, man. You know what I mean? Austria. Anyways. We're looking at these two here, Cross. I'm going to come to you on this featherweight fight. What's your prediction on this? How you see it going?
So for me here, I mean, Lucas Alexander, you know, he's a volume striker, doesn't really have a lot of power in his hands. Both guys have very high output, so I think this fight will be a lot of fun. Bogdan Grad, though, he offers a little bit of a grappling threat, like he lands a little under 3 takedowns per 15 minutes. So just going on a little bit of information we have, I know the reach advantage for Lucas Alexander is probably going to give Bogdan some issues early in the fight, but I'm just going to go with Bogdan just because I think he has more paths to victory.
Okay. Yeah, Bogdan for me as well. It's just more tools in the box. That's all it comes down to, and the losses as well that you see on Lucas's record is like they're not really that impressive like that. All right, Joe Anderson Brito, I get it. He got caught with the record near rear naked choke there, but the Zeka one, that's the one that's still like how do you leave your? But some of the other wins as well, they're not bad. We've looked at. I'm gonna go with Bogdan. It's just that loss, that flying kick win against Jeka. I can't get past that, and I think he's gonna suffer another loss coming in here. So I'm gonna go with Bogdan. Magdane?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna sit and pretend I could even tell you fucking who's who between the two of these dudes. Like, I ain't had time to research shit. I ain't looked at nothing to do with this fight at all. Like, bro, like Lucas Alexander's had 3 fights in the UFC. I don't remember a single fucking one of them, and he's 1-2. You know what I mean? So you got Bogdan coming in, got his second shot at Dana White Contender Series. I know that. I'm not sure how good he looked. He got the split decision, so I don't know how much of a scrap that fight might have been or might not have been, but I'm just going to go with the favorite in this one and stick with Bogdan Grad. Grad. I think he's going to be that little bit more hungry. And a dude that's 1-2, he's fighting for his life, and he's clearly this dude's just come through Contender Series. You're about to get cut. Fuck it, put them together, get rid of him, and let the new blood come through. Is the way I'm looking at how this has been matched up. So
yeah, man. Then I do be thinking like that sometimes, you know what I mean? So we will see the results of that one tomorrow. Okay, let's go on to the next one on the docket. Big up everybody as the numbers start going up on the scene, whatever platform you're watching on. Come join us on YouTube and make sure you're following everyone on the planet. I mean, on the platform. We got Jasmine Jaduzavicius versus Mera Bueno Silva. Bueno Silva coming in with a record of 10-4, 1-0 contest, and we got Jasmine with a record of 12-3. Jasmine fighting out of Canada, and we got Mayra fighting out of Brazil. This fight is happening in the flyweight division, people. Did I go first the last time? Magdane, is it you?
No, it's you, brother.
It's me. Okay.
Fights.
Yeah, Jasmine for me, she's been very, very impressive. She's been on a good run, been on a nice little tear. Bueno Silva, I'm watching her fight, and she just looks repetitive to me. You know what I mean? I remember that Raquel Pennington fight. Even Macy Shearson, she just kept trying to do. She was giving me Mackenzie Dern sort of vibes. Even though Mackenzie Dern, she try and strike her way out of certain fights and just get stuck in there, get in the paint, as they call it over there in America, you know. But with Bueno Silva, she just tries to repeat the same move over and over again, and I can't get over it. Like she's on a two fight losing streak right now, and I just think Jasmine is that little bit more astute in her striking, that little bit more astute in her distance management, and I think she'll outpoint Bueno Silva again, because Bueno is just going to keep trying to do the same thing, especially when she gets frustrated and can't get it done. So I'm going to be going with Jasmine on this one. Magdane, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm right there with you on Jasmine. I ain't trying to say that last name. Where's Owen when you need him, brother, with the soundboard?
Yep.
Stop drinking whiskey and going on spa weekends, you know what I mean? Going down there. I was going to say beat the missus, but
Big up Olin, man. Big up the bro, Olin.
For a spa. Yeah, same thought process, to be honest with you, bro. Like, Bueno Silva is literally just got. She's probably got the grappling advantage, but it's like desperate grappling at points. You know what I mean? She gets her hands landed on her at certain times, and she's just trying to go for it over and over and over. And it's rinse and repeat. It's readable. You know what I mean? It's like just scripted. Like the opponent is just gonna know what she's gonna do. And I think, like you say, Jasmine's just been on a tear recently. She's just looking better and better in every fight that she's going. Like, so you just got to give it to her. I think over the course of 3 rounds, I don't think we're going to see a finish. Like, maybe another doctor stoppage, depending if Bueno Silva gets busted open again. But at the same time, I think it's just going to be a decision fight. Definitely bet on the over on this one, people. And yeah, going Jasmine all day.
Okay, Cross.
So first off, I mean, Bueno Silva, she's coming down in 2 flyweight from bantamweight, so it's gonna be her first fight down here. Her fight IQ in her last 2 fights, bit questionable for me. Jasmine Jaduzavicius is on she got a lot of momentum going, 3-0 in 2024 with 2 finishes. I like where she's going, and I think, 2025, she's gonna make a run to see what she can do at flyweight. So I'm going Jasmine Jaduzavicius as well.
Yeah, man. Okay, let's go on to the next one on the docket, people. We got Terrence McKinney.
She's moving down weight.
Yeah.
That lady's thick, bro. How's she coming down?
I don't know.
I don't think she's going to make weight. That's what I think.
Well, the weigh-ins were today.
She already had it. She already made weight.
What? She made weight? Oh,
yeah.
Bro.
Damn.
I don't know what a recovery path is, but boy, that's brutal. She made weight.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Well, fair play to her. I like that. I like that she done that, because now it's level playing field. I didn't think she was gonna, but fair play to her. Okay, Terrence McKinney versus Hadzovic. Hadzovic coming in with a record of 14-7. McKinney with a record of 15-7. Very identical records. These two are fighting in the lightweight division. And we got Bosnia, Hadzovic fighting out of Bosnia, and Terrence McKinney fighting out of the USA. We are going to come to Magdane on this one.
So this is another one of those. It's just going to be a scrap. Whether Terrence's chin's going to be able to take a punch, or whether he's going to knock this man's ass out. Yeah, I mean, you go over and you have a little look at Hadzovic, and this brother hasn't had a fight in 2 years and 6 months, with his last one coming against Mark Diakisi. I'm just going to have to back T-Rex. Yeah, I mean, as inconsistent as that man is, I reckon he's got the power. And again, it goes back to activity and a little bit of ring rust coming from the Bosnian over here. Like, he's 38 years old. They're clearly wanting Terrence to get back onto a winning track and see where he can go from there. But again, the inconsistency is a concern. Demir, it's probably been training. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely been training. He's about to go in there and have a fight. So, like, it could crack him. It could be something wild that just catches him. But I reckon T-Rex is going to get this one done. I reckon it's a nice little, here's a fucking goat on a plate, man. Go and do what you need to do.
Yeah, Cross.
Man, I wholeheartedly agree with everything McDaniel just said. I mean, you know, the guy's 38, hasn't fought in a long time, so definitely going to be some rust. However, you know, McKinney's always there to get hit. Very exciting fighter. Whether he's winning or losing is going to be an exciting fight with McKinney. But I just think McKinney's going to try to get back on, you know, the winning ways and start to do something with his career. So I'm going with Terrence McKinney.
Well, at least that's what we all hope, because I'm going with T-Rex as well. I'm going to be going with T-Rex. But T-Rex has disappointed me in some fights where I was thinking to myself, like, okay, now is the time to really take this shit serious. And you've got a nice opponent that I believe you could beat. And then he goes in there and loses in the quickest fashion. And you know, you want to give it
by Ribovich. Like.
Yeah, I mean,
the Bomb Theme fight is the one I think of.
Yeah, that was
right. You know, but you know he's got talent there, and he's been active. So that goes to Hadzovic. Hadzovic was booked with the homie Okibolaji, salute to Okibolaji, Zulu Warrior. He was booked with, and he pulled out last second. That was the last fight was booked before this one, right? So I'm glad at least he's made it to this fight, and let's see what he does. I don't think he gets past T-Rex, but that's us hoping and wishing. If it's the T-Rex that we know can turn up, I think Hadzovic out of there. That's what I think. So I'm going to be going with T-Rex on this one. All right, let's get to the next one. We got Shamil Gaziv versus Thomas Peterson. Thomas Peterson coming in with a record of 9-2. Shamil with a record of 13-1. Shamil fighting out of Bahrain, and we got Thomas Peterson fighting out of the USA. This fight is happening in the heavyweight division. Let's come to Cross on this one.
So we got the blob going in this one. I'm going with Shamil here. Thomas Peterson doesn't really have much on the feet. I know he's much more of a grappler and wants to get the fight down, but I mean, Shamil's got that 100% takedown defense. I don't really know what you can put into that, but it's heavyweight. So if somebody gets somebody down, like that's pretty much where it's going to be. But I don't think Thomas Peterson is really going to be able to do much and just offer up any type of resistance on the feet. And I think Shamil's probably going to get a finish, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, both coming off for nice wins, but I kind of recognize Peterson's win a bit more than Shamil's and the opponents in the fighters they fought. But looking at both of them, I mean, none of their wins are really that impressive when you look at some of the opponents that they've been in there with. Right? Yeah, Shamil, I'm looking at Dontel Mays, but they, you know, Darkos. I can't even pronounce this guy's name. and Velasco, right? And we got Mohamed Usman for Peterson, and Sean Lacau. So really and truly, when Gaziev tried to at least step up and fight somebody that's been there in terms of Jairzinho, you know, Rosenstrike in Biggie Boy, he couldn't get the job done. you know, and that was them offering Rosie Strike as like, you know what, you come and get him now and take his opportunity, but you know he failed to do it. But Dante Mays, nice little win for him. Peterson, I think he's going to be a difficult job for Gaziev, man. I'm going to go with Shamil. I think this is going to go the distance as well. I don't think there's going to be any finishes here from these two. I think it's going to go the distance, but I'm going to go with Shamil. Magdane?
Shamil! O'Neal! I'm going to go with Shamil as well, bro. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, he was on like a trajectory where they then put him against Jazzini or Rosenstrike, and it was just like he lost against him, and somehow he ends up right at the bottom of the pile again. Like Dante Mays, like, bro, that don't impress me much. You know what I mean? Like, cool beans. Like, you got the win over him, yeah, and then you also then go and look at Thomas Peterson. You got to win over Mohammed Usman, bro. That, like, even more so, like, doesn't impress me much. Yeah, I mean, like, neither of these brothers are gonna be any good going in there. Like, I think Gaziel's definitely got more of a ceiling to reach than what we're going to see from Thomas Peterson. I think we've seen, like Cross said, I think we've seen everything he's got. He hasn't got much on the feet, hasn't really got much in grappling. It's just another one of those heavyweights that's just kind of like, I'll roll my way to a 3-round decision. Yeah, I mean, like, and it's just going to be a little bit boring. But I think Gaziel's probably just got that little bit more power in his hands, and hopefully we can see a finish in this one. But if not, you know, if it's going to the judges, you know who's winning this fight. So, yeah, Gaziev all day for me.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody in the chat, man. Like Some, big up yourself, Andrew Nance. I see Stacks in the chat as well. Thank you very much for pulling over, people. Salute to every single one of you. Drop a like on the videos, on the Rambling Dad, on Crossover MMA, the Fight Week show. Make sure you drop in a like on the video. All right, let's go on to the next fight on the docket. Where is it?
My man Jax knows. Can't give him no credit for beating Usman, bro. That's like, I mean, yeah. I know, Ola, you're the big Usman.
I know you was trying to trigger me. I didn't even go there. I did say both of their wins didn't impress me. Like I said it about both. None of their wins impressed me, bro.
Here he is. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like, I don't know why you think talking about Mohammed Usman is going to press me. Like, no, that don't do nothing. It sounds like the sound you're making, bro.
That brother under the bus. Yeah?
It sounds like no. This ain't no under the bus business. Yeah, if I'm ready to get active with the boss, yeah, the boss gets active, blood. You know what I mean? But this boss ain't been active in a minute. You know what I mean? We're keeping it nice. It's warming up though. It's warming up. Who knows? Easy might get it on the main event. We'll see. We will see. Okay, let's go to the next one on the docket. We got hey, hold on. Is that yo?
Is that going right there? You didn't see me. What's happening?
Why going yo? No, bro. You didn't see me in the chat. So I thought I'd treat you like that. I thought I'd treat you like that live, bro. You didn't see me in the chat. How long are you in the chat, bro? You know what I mean? You was acting like John Cena, like you could.
Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna see you, dog. I figured the law firm for Connor would be working overtime these days, you know.
Yeah, who knows what?
Because we're really good at what we do, we managed to get everything locked, secured, and go home early. Why not?
Oh, it's like that. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Salute. All right.
But wait, did anyone mention the fact that Hadzovic fought Moicano, got submitted, and said, but if you wanted to fight more, why did you submit me? Did anyone mention that? I didn't hear you guys talking about it.
Nobody mentioned that, bro.
No. You wasn't here to say that, bro. That's what it was. You know what I mean? Don't try and put it on us that, oh, did I hear anybody say that? Did I hear anybody say Bro, you weren't here to say that. You should have been here to say that, bro. You get me? Don't try. No, that's on you. Now you said it. The whole hey, Magdane, no. Hey, listen,
you started.
That's on you, bro. You know what I mean? The fact
Usman didn't get under his skin, but you fucking Yao did.
Nah, y'all ain't even know. No. We're not gonna do that.
Shit.
All right, let's go to the next one. Yo, we're gonna come to you on this one first, but let's get the stats out first. Okay, we got Mohamed Naimov versus Khan Offley. Offley coming in with a record of 11-3, 1-0 contest, and Mohamed Naimov with the 11-3 record. Offley fighting out of Turkey, and we got Naimov fighting out of that town I don't like to pronounce, man. Like
Tajikistan.
that one. What Cross said? What Cross said? What Cross said? I know you said it's easy, but you couldn't say it the last time. Anyways,
just said it, bro. What are you talking about?
no, you've been learning to say it, man. You've been learning to say it.
Yeah, I haven't said it in the mirror.
I don't like saying it, man. I don't like saying it. It's not like I don't like the place. It's just I can't pronounce it properly, and I want to do it justice. Anyway, this fight is happening in the featherweight division, and we are coming to Yao first. What are you saying about this fight, Yao? Who are you picking?
Look, I'm going with the favorite in this one. I'm going with Mohamed Naimov. I think if I look at his work rate, he's now 3-1 in the UFC. His first loss was his last fight against Felipe Lima. But, I mean, we know what work Felipe Lima has been putting in, and it was a good fight, even though he lost by RNC in the third round. So, looking at the work he's been putting in and the skill that he has, I'm going with him. But also, if I look at his opponent, he's one fight in the UFC, one loss in the UFC. He's not as experienced as Naimov in the UFC and just in general, even though he's got a decent record of 11-3. So I think this is just going to be a test that's just too far for him in terms of Khan Offley. But I'm definitely going with Naimov in this fight.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better. Yao. I mean, when you look at Naimov's record, to have Nathaniel Wood on his record and a win at that to me, that's a respectable win on his record. And I know that's your boy, Mac. Then it pains you. Yeah, I get it.
No,
but you know,
bro.
But I get it. But I'm using it as
it'll be my go in a minute. Well,
yeah, it'll be your go. Let me land.
I'll say what I need to say.
Right, but to have Nathaniel Wood on his record is respectable for me. So to fight inexperienced fighter as an Offley, like you said, I mean, Naimov has fought a lot of very good fighters in the UFC, so I don't see why this Offley guy is going to present any kind of problem for him. And yeah, he had a little stumble in the last fight, but I think he'll get back to winning ways because he was, you know, it was on a nice run before he got caught by Felipe Lima. So I think he'll get back to winning ways. So yeah, I'm going to be going with Naimov as well. So Magdane, you have the floor and talk about your boy losing to him.
Right, so for a start off, I agree with the shit that, yeah, I mean, Khan Offley is a halal lamb to the slaughter in this one. This brother's too green to be going up against some dude that's got all the experience that Naimov does. But what I do want to say is Naimov is a dirty, cheating little rat. Boys grabs the cage, grabs gloves. He was getting absolutely done in by Nathaniel Wood coming into that third round, and he's holding on to his gloves and stopping him from fighting whilst Nathaniel Wood's over the top of him, absolutely laying into him. Boy didn't deserve to win that fight. It was a rough 3-round fight. Don't get me wrong. Nathaniel never started.
You ever heard of if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying? You ever heard of that? You ever heard of that?
Cheating that went on in that fight was disgusting.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, man. That's what
when he got beat by Felipe Lima by a rear naked choke, I was fucking beaming sitting in my seat.
Yeah, I know you was.
What he deserved, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to be backing Mohamed Naimov in this one. Dude's going to smash it.
After all of that,
do all that just to pick Mohamed Naimov. All that.
I ain't stupid, bro, but I've got to. You know what I mean, mate?
Cross.
I mean, hey, I'm fully on board with you guys, man. I'm going with Mohamed Naimov. I think Offley's just too low output, doesn't really offer much danger. So I'm just gonna save y'all the trouble. I'm going Mohamed Naimov.
Okay. We got the 7th fight on the docket. Let's see it. We got Ziam versus Mike Davis. Mike Davis coming in with a record of 11-2. Ziam coming in with a record of 16-4. This fight is happening in the lightweight division, people. Ziam fighting out France, and we got Davis fighting out the USA. I'm gonna go first on this one. And this is going to be my second underdog of the night. I will be going with Ziam. I just think Ziam is top fighter. I like. It doesn't look all that when he's fighting, but he's putting it together. And people that really don't know or maybe like boo some striking fights at that, they kind of let it go over their head and don't see what this guy is really doing. To me, he's a fantastic fighter. He's going to do well. And to shout out to Steamroller Frivola, man. I fuck with Steamroller. To put him away like that, bro. Like I don't know if people really understand what this guy is about. And coming in as an underdog as well, it's crazy to me. And Davis ain't really been active as well like that. Like, when was the last fight? Let me see. All right, 10 months ago.
10 months ago, but yeah, I mean, since that, before
Since
like,
that,
before
but that's
was
2
like,
years. That was 2 years.
2 years,
3
years.
yeah.
I mean,
So
it's not been
so
super
that's one fight in like 4 years when you look at it, when you really put it together. So yeah, I'm gonna be going with Faraziam on this one. He's been way too active. He's way better technically, I think, and we'll see. I mean, Mike Davis got power though. He could finish him, but Ziam also got power, as we saw with Frivola. Mike Dane.
As my man Stacks over here says, Mike Davis is no joke, and he ain't. Yeah, I mean, even though like we're saying, he's not been that active over a long period of time, he has still been active. He's been getting at least one fight a year in there. Yeah, I mean, the man's got power. He can drop you. He can go 3 rounds. He's quite well rounded, and he's got some decent grappling and submission threats always there as well. But I'm right there with you with Faraz Ziam, brother. Like he has been a little bit more active. I mean, he's only beat the likes of like Figlak, Jai Herbert, Pules, and then obviously Matt Frivola. And that Matt Frivola KO was nasty, bro. The one thing that I think Mike Davis is probably going to struggle with here is the reach a little bit. You know what I mean? Like Ziam's long, dude. Like, and obviously height, there's not much difference, but he's long, he's lanky. I think Mike Davis is really going to have to push to try and get on the inside here and have to do what he needs to do to even generate that power. And Ziam's fast as well, like fast. I think that Mike Davis is similar to like a Matt Frivola style fight as well. I mean, the way that Frivola goes out and tries to just chin you too, that's what Mike Davis is going to come out to do. It's going to be one hell of a scrap. I can't wait to see it. But I'm backing Ziam in this one.
Cross.
So I'm finally gonna differ with you boys, man. I'm going Mike Davis here. I think the grappling, he's gonna fight smart. Ziam's definitely very dangerous on the feet. On the ground, though, I think he can be held down and not really offer up much of a threat down there. And I think Mike Davis is going to use some good fight IQ and just get Ziam on the ground and just control him. And I think he's going to make it look easy, to be honest with you.
Okay. What about you, Yao?
First of all, shout out Cross. We're matching. Okay, cool.
Where's your glasses, bro?
I looked for mine a second ago. I was like, let me shove those on, but they're not here. But and secondly, shout out to Don Madge, who has actually defeated Faraz Ziam. Don Madge is a South African fighter, fights in PFL currently, but I think that I'm going with Ziam. But it's very possible, like Cross said, that he gets rear naked choked maybe in the second round because he's been RNC'd 3 times in his career. All 3 of his losses were by RNC. So it's very possible that if you have someone who's good on the ground, they can actually get him to the position to then choke him out. So I'm going with Ziam, but it's a very close one. It's a very close one. So that's a nice prediction, Cross. It's very possible.
Yeah, man. Okay. Big up everybody that's locked in. I see all of you growing up in the chat. Salute to every single one of you. Magdane will put your chats in as well. And yeah, put your predictions in as we put them in on the video.
800, let's fucking
man.
go.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Congrats. We was talking about that actually off air, and the work that you've been putting in, Cross. Salute to you, my bro. Big up yourself. Keep growing. Keep putting the content out there. Keep grinding. Yeah, you go get to that promised land, my bro. Keep working.
Appreciate it, man. Just grinding over here, brother. Just grinding.
Congrats. Okay. Let's go on to the next fight. It's
Go on.
Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius Oliveira coming in with a record of 21-3. Nurmagomedov coming in with a record of 18-3. Nurmagomedov fighting out of Russia, and we got Oliveira fighting out of Brazil. This fight is happening in the bantamweight, people. We are going to come to McDane first on this one.
So yeah, this is going to be an absolute barn burner. I mean, this is going to be wild from the get-go. Vinicius Oliveira obviously that fantastic knockout with the flying knee against Bernardo Sapai, and then he came up against Ricky Simon, bro. That fight against Ricky Simon was absolutely insane. That feels like it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, 7 months ago. Yeah, I mean that was unbelievable. I loved that fight from start to finish. Then brothers just went for it. So you've got Oliveira coming at you with the pace. You've got the grappling, the submission threat, and he's a fast dude himself, Said Nurmagomedov. So it's a tough one to choose. It's going to be an absolute banger. Like Vinicius has definitely got the path to victory here, but I just think again where it's at, who's in his corner, the background and the team that he's coming from. Said it's a bit like those boys have got a different grappling style. We see it week in, week out almost. You know what I mean? So we
just saw it on PFL last week. Like that shit is next level, bro. It's just different level, man. Like those, it don't matter what you do, how much you prepare, man. Like that man, the next level. Cross.
So, man, I really like both guys in this fight, man. I think this is potential fight of the night written all over it. Said Nurmagomedov, I mean, very good kicks. He's actually a striker, not really much of a grappler, but he does have some slick submission skills, like his guillotine, very quick with it, can snatch up somebody's neck very quickly. Oliveira, the guy's just high output, got power in his hands, very exciting fight. Like this is some very good matchmaking right here. I think Oliveira is going to be a little bit better in the boxing range with Said, and in the fights that Said's gotten in trouble, he's kind of slowed down with his cardio later in the fight. And I just think Oliveira is just going to wear him down with the pace and the output just going to get to him. So I'm going with Vinicius Oliveira here.
Okay. Yao, where are you going on this?
That knee on Sopaj was insane. We all saw that knee went viral from Vinicius Oliveira. Now, he's only 2 fights in the UFC, so he's not as experienced as Said, who's 7-2. So he's 9 fights in the UFC. With that said, I'm going with Vinicius. Why? Honestly, I need a dog, and Leroy stressed me out because he said no to my first dog.
What do you mean no? Look, I gotta say no to your first dogs. It's your picks, brother. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hey, let the man do what he wants.
Nah, bro.
I picked Bogdan, and I'm like, listen, if it's even odds, right?
No. I'm sniffing at some collusion right here. Why is Leroy getting invested in other people?
It's even odds. That fight was even.
Exactly. Exactly. So I say if it's even, then they can be a dog. It's okay. It's no problem. I can pick one or the other as my dog.
Why not? Brother. The window doesn't close until about 4 a.m. for the UK, so about 3 a.m. for your ass. No, 5 a.m. for your ass. And
7 a.m. for him.
Now, on DraftKings, on the website that we're using of betfightodds.com, Said Nurmagomedov is a 170 favorite with Vinicius Oliveira a plus 142 underdog.
That's a live odds. So,
but
that don't change nothing for you, Yao, does it?
Of course it does. Vinicius.
No, he was talking about in the Bogdan fight.
He was talking about the Bogdan
that was
fight.
even.
Not this one. That don't change nothing for Yao because they're even and they can pick whichever one they want. So Yao, please continue before McDane rudely interrupted.
So
continue.
But I'll pretty much done. But I'm going with Vinicius. I think Nurmagomedov has the toolbox, as you said, Ola, to get it done. But Vinicius has an outside chance of catching him with the boxing, catching him the stand-up, doing something Shara Magomedovish and pull a double back fist that Said might not see coming. We don't know. So I think his explosiveness and his exciting style could lead to a finish. So I'm going with Vinicius.
You need a dog. I get it. You need a dog. You know what I mean? You need a dog. I understand, but Saeed is the type of fight. It'll make this fight boring. It'll make it difficult. It'll make it, and it will just outpoint this brother. If it catches him, it catches him. But I think Saeed definitely got more ways to finish, especially by point scoring. He's good at that. You know what I mean? I think he'll get it done. And yeah, another decision for Saeed Nurmagomedov, and it's in Saudi as well. So if he goes to the judges, man, you know what I mean? Who knows what them judges might be smoking? They might be smoking some of your bungie out.
That same pack you on, Ola, that's what they're gonna be smoking.
Those are they might be smoking. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go Saeed Nurmagomedov on this one, man. All right. We'll go to the next fight. We got Sergey Pavlovich versus Yazino Rosenstrike. Biggie Boy coming in with a record of 15-5, and Sergey coming in with a record of 18-3. Sergey fighting out of Russia, and we got Yazino fighting out of Suriname. This fight is happening in the heavyweight division. We'll come to you on this one, Cross. How do you see this fight panning out?
So, man, this one was tough because I mean, you know, Sergey has been on a bit of a skid. I think he's on like a 2-fight skid, but does have a 6-inch reach advantage. Rosenstrike will definitely be the more technical striker, but I think that 6-inch reach advantage will allow Sergey to find his chin at some point. And we know Sergey, man. If he touched you one time, like, it's a problem. Dude got crazy power, so I'm going with Sergey Pavlovich.
Yeah, man. Yo?
I'm going with Sergey. The power that he has is just unstoppable. When he comes forward, his forward pressure it's overwhelming. Yes, we saw Tom Aspinall dispatch him with what you could call ease, and we saw him going down to Volkov as well. But I think he's back now, and if I look at his opponent here, yes, Rosenstrike is a multiple title-winning kickboxer, but I think he's been through the mill. He's somewhat of a gatekeeper at this point, and I think this is for him to say, listen, I'm either still a going concern in the heavyweight division. I can still potentially, I wouldn't say run for the title, but be in the top 5. And if I lose this fight, well, okay, I don't know, maybe I'll retire. I don't know. And that's why he would have taken this fight. So I'm going with Pavlovich. I think he's going to be able to neutralize Rosenstrike in the 3rd round. After all the pressure, Rosenstrike's going to gas a little bit, and then the 3rd round, he's going to take it. So I'm going with Sergey Pavlovich.
I mean, look, Biggie Boy has had a rough ride in the UFC. You know, he's had a rough ride, and I kind of feel for him. I'm looking at his losses here, and in the last 5, his losses are to Volkov, who I rate highly. I'm still pissed off about how we got robbed in the last fight against Gan. Like I'm still pissed off, and that was part of the rise there for Volkov as it progresses in his career. And then you look at Jolton Almeida as well, who Biggie Boy lost to. Like, that's not a bad loss considering what we've seen what we've seen Almeida do to a lot of these heavyweights, right? So that's not a bad loss for Biggie Boy. But then when you look at Pavlovich, he's been on a mad tear until he bumped into Aspinall, who's now, for me, you know, the best in the heavyweight. Huh?
You said it, brother. The best in heavyweight. You said it, brother.
I said it at the time. I still stand by it. Like, John Jones came from 205 to heavyweight, right? I either go, dirty go, right? But I'm talking about, like, right now, when I feel the belt should have been vacant at the time, at least if John Jones was going to come back in. But that's by the by, right? Pavlovich has been on a nice run, but he bumped into Aspinall, who we know is right up there right now, and Volkov, who nobody really even gave Volkov a chance to beat Pavlovich, but he went in there and managed the distance and just used fight IQ to get the win against Sergey. So, but Sergey is in a 2-fight skid, and you can't be going in a 3-5 losing skid like that, man. And I think he's going to try and want to get back. And that's why I feel sorry for Rosenstrike to be paired up with somebody like a Pavlovich that can shut his lights out. And he's an angry man right now. He's pissed off. And, nothing about those two fights in Aspinall and Volkov, there's nothing they could have done about those two fights. But I think he can do something about this. Rosenstrike is going to try and strike with him as well. He's going to be mad. I think it'll be a bloodbath. I'm going with Sergey on this one. Pavlovich for me. What about you, Magdalene?
Pains me to do it because the man won me £400 when nobody else was backing him. Yeah, I mean, we go back to the Rosenstrike once again, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you look at Volkov and people were probably writing him off a few years back, and now he's making a lot of run again. We've seen him against Shamil Gaziev, and I feel like I was probably one of the only people that actually backed Rosenstrike to get that done, just basically on like experience and what fight IQ he does have, you know what I mean? And he went out there and actually put a clinic on that man until the corner threw in the towel. We've got a win over Tai Tuivasa after it, which ain't that impressive. But again, like your boys say, the power is the thing that is just like, we've seen this dude get knocked out. And the other thing is, like you mentioned, you look at his record, he's beating these guys in the mid to lower range of the top 10 rankings, but as soon as he comes up there past number 5, like 4, 3, 2, this brother's getting beat by every single one of them. It just seems like he can't get past that little edge of a ceiling, you know what I mean? He's stuck at the skirting board and he can't go past it. So it pains me to do it. It really does, because I'd love to see him get the win. But Sergey Pavlovich is probably going to flatline this brother. Yeah,
at this point, both of them are Volkov's sons. You know what I mean? Like he birthed this too. So we'll see what happens to them in this fight. I really
don't get me wrong. Like Yao mentioned about like the range. Look how he managed that against Gaziev. You know what I mean? Like he can do it. Like he can manage the range. Can he take the power? Man. He could probably take the power maybe once, maybe twice. Can he take it a third time? Can he take it a fourth time? Is he going to be able to actually keep taking those shots? Because he did get cracked a couple of times by Gaziev too. Because he's hittable. He's very hittable. Like it feels like it's one of those. It's just a matter of time until he gets caught.
Yeah, man. We will see. All right, let's go on to the co-main event of the evening. We got 62 of you watching us live right now. Big up every single one of you. Everybody that's getting active in the chat. Salute to every single one of you as well. Big love. Make sure you're liking the video and showing love to the guys on the platform. Okay. We got Shara Magomedov versus Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page coming in with a record of 22-3, and we got Shara with a record of 15. And Shara fighting out of Russia, and we got Michael Venom Page fighting out of the United Kingdom. This fight is happening in the middleweight, people. What I was gonna say, what are the live odds, but I ain't gonna say that because we ain't doing live odds tonight. Did you go first, Magda? All right, it's Cross. Come to you with this one, Cross.
No, because I went last there, so Cross went first on the last one.
All right, then it's Yao. If Yao there?
Elsa?
Yeah, I'll see. Can you guys see me?
Yeah, he's definitely frozen.
All right, yeah. Talk away. We can hear you, though. We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Okay, awesome. So in this fight, I think I'm going with the favorite in this fight. Why? Because he's, I'm sorry, just give me a second. I forgot who the favorite is here. With Shara. Why? Because honestly, I think he's going to win by head kick. If I look at his body of work, how he fights, yes, he uses too many head kicks, but Michael Venom Page doesn't use enough head kicks. He's more in the striking, more in the boxing. I think Shara is going to be able to keep the range using the legs, keeping MVP at bay, which will neutralize his striking and therefore give him the win either by head kick or decision win simply because he's going to tap him all over through the entire fight. So 100% Shara either by head kick finish in the second round or decision, tap, the whole fight.
Aussie fight fan in the house. What's happening, brother? Cheers for joining as always.
Yeah, man. Big up Aussie fight fan. Aussie fight fan in the house. Salute. I'm gonna be going with MVP on this one. I don't think you guys are gonna be surprised. All right, is that one really bad knockout that we know of? That knockout that was crazy by Lima. But when you look at MVP's career, some of his knockouts are just insane, and he doesn't telegraph. And how much of him not telegraphing can a brother with one eye see? Big up Dre Miley. Salute to you, Dre Miley. We love you. But I got to factor that in because of how MVP fights. Just because of how he fights, it blindsides you with strikes from nowhere. So, and I think, all right, Shara's definitely got fantastic striking. Obviously, he's 15-0. But number one, I need a dog. So you get it. Yeah. Number two, I think MVP definitely got the potential to win this fight. And MVP is going to be my third underdog of the night. I think if at least one of these two, and you talked about it on Dust Up Shit Down yesterday, Cross, in terms of power, like MVP does have that power over Shara at least. Maybe Shara with a bit more volume, a bit more Kobe Covington-ish, just racking up volume and pressure. But MVP at some point would find that finish, and I think he gets on this one. So we'll see how it goes on the night, but I'm going to go with MVP. What about you, Magden?
Yeah, I said last night I was going to be back in MVP, and again, I've only had 2 dogs so far, so I do need another one. Since last night, I've gone away and I've looked at this fight a little bit more, and I still think I'm still leaning MVP. I'm still thinking the unorthodox, crazy strikes that are going to come out of nowhere, like you say, blindside him, probably going to catch him. He's got the power, that like karate style. Yeah, I mean, the pace he's going to be able to keep up with. The experience is vast in comparison. But Shara does, like I said last night as well, like Shara could get it if it goes to the judges. We've seen this fuckery too many times. Yeah, I mean, It could end up going that way to Shara if it makes it to the end of that fight. But then there is also the fact of Shara's no joke too. Like, you could throw something and crack him and all. Yeah, I mean, like, you could catch him with the leg kicks and keep the range, like you say. So I'm split. I'm going to say MVP for the sake of saying MVP, but I might pick another dog, and the picks that are sent to Leroy might be slightly edited compared to what I'm saying on the show. I'm going to ponder it a little bit longer. Yeah, you got something to say, brother.
I realize if I say what I say, I'll give you an insight to getting a pick that might give you points. I'm going to shut my mouth.
I'm already fucking considering changing it anyway, so.
Look, MVP came up to middleweight for this fight. Magomedov is a natural middleweight. MVP is going to get flatlined. It's that simple. Like, there's no chance. He can't win this fight.
All right, I'm changing my underdog.
I'm
fucking with you. Okay, I'm fucking with you. Cross, talk to me.
So for me here, I mean, something a lot of people aren't talking about. MVP's got a 6-inch reach advantage. He likes to stay at range with that bladed karate stance and just darts in and out, gets in and out. I think MVP's speed is going to give Shara big time problems in that first round. And Shara's going to be like, what is this? Like, I can't figure this out. MVP is going to have the advantage because he's dealt with all these different kinds of strikers in his career. Shara Magomedov's boxing, to me, I feel like that's something else he needs to improve, as well as his grappling. But this fight's definitely going to play out on the feet. And, everybody says I look like MVP, so I might as well. I'm going with MVP.
Yes, sir. See there, and for me, it's more the fact of him, he doesn't telegraph. Mm-hmm. To me, that's a big factor. And he's knocked out so many people with that style. And I think you've got to factor that side of that. I'm not trying to convince you, Yao, or McDane, but it's just something to factor in. With what we've seen MVP do throughout his career, the way he's knocked people out, not telegraphing nothing. You don't even know what he's gonna do. He don't even know what he's gonna do. That's the crazy part about MV. I love that side of his game, and I think we're gonna see on display tomorrow, because this is gonna be a striking match. Okay.
Yeah. And Lima's the only dude that's ever outstruck MVP on the feet. And I mean, maybe Shar can do it, but I just think it's a tall task. You just think you're gonna outstrike MVP.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, let's get to the main event of the evening. We got Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. Nasruddin Imavov coming in with a record of 15-4. Israel Adesanya is coming in with a record of 24-4. Israel fighting out of Nigeria, and we got Nasruddin Imavov fighting out of France. This fight is happening in the middleweight division. Let's come to Yao. Yao, talk to me.
The style bender needed to take a five-round fight in order to keep title fit, and he's taking it against someone who is very dangerous in the form of Imavov. But unfortunately, I don't think Imavov is going to be able to take it. The skills of the style bender in this one. If we look at how Imavov fights and how the style bender fights, Imavov has a very forward style, very pressing, but after he comes in, he drops his hands, and that is the perfect opening for Israel Adesanya and his counter-striking. So I think it's going to be a counter-striking clinic from Israel, unless Imavov has done something different in how he fights. We all know that fighters struggle with that. Look at Strickland. He's teep block. That's all he really does, jab. So let's see if he can bring something different. But if he doesn't, Izzy definitely is going to take it. We've seen him practicing his get-ups. He did it against Dricus. So definitely Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, man. You can see it right there. I don't got to say much, right? That's the countryman right there, and we don't pick against them. I don't, anyways. But talking logically about the fight, just the preparation that I've seen Izzy and how seriously he's taking this fight, bringing in Bobby Knuckles, a fighter that we all respect. At least I believe we all respect Bobby Knuckles, and what
3 out of 4 of us do.
What
are you saying, bro? I respect the man, dog.
I was talking about Yao, bro. What are you jumping on?
He's talking about me.
That's why I say at least some of us do, But yeah, the preparation that he's given this fight and the seriousness he's giving it, and some of what he's been saying with the newfound hunger, just to try and fight for him, because Izzy has a lot of fun when he's just fighting for him, and we've seen it in the past, and I think we're about to see that side of him again. It's going to be a fun fight, especially for Izzy, and I think he's going to show up and show out. I'm not picking against my boy. I'm picking Stylebender. What you say, Magdin?
First off, shout out to Combat Sports Today. If you ain't following Combat Sports Today, make sure you go onto Twitter and drop them a
Come on, Combat Sports Today.
Get onto YouTube and check them out too. You know what I mean? One of the fastest growing pages in the MMA media space, people. Get on them. Always a kill in the game. So yeah, Olin said it perfectly last night. You're going to look at the grappling from Imavov to see what he can go and do from that side of things. Yeah, he's going to be walking forward. He's going to drop his hands low. We're going to see the counter-striking from Israel Adesanya coming in there. And there's not any grappling that he hasn't seen before, and he also doesn't have that bulldog approach as what you're getting from DDP. Olin laid that one out perfectly last night. Like you couldn't have actually stated that any better. And Adesanya was doing fairly well until he wasn't against DDP, especially in the grappling exchanges too. Sheer power got him through. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was laughing. He's like, yeah, whatever, bro. But yeah, counter striking masterclass is probably what we're going to see here. And I think also taking the stress away from it being a title fight and it just being a 5-round fight that he can go out there and try and get back into that flow state, try and be the style bender that we know. I think this is going to be like the rebirth of Israel, and I'm looking forward to watching it. It's going to be a decent scrap. It's going to be interesting to see what Imavov can bring to the table. But I'm seeing Izzy taking this one.
Yeah, man. Cross.
So we got 2 top 5 middleweights, and just looking at the rankings, I think this is the perfect matchup for Israel Adesanya. Going up against another striker, likes to stay at range. Imavov can mix up a little bit of grappling, but his cardio and his fight style, he doesn't really use it offensively much. So I think Imavov's just going to try and do his thing and strike at range with Izzy, but that's literally the most difficult way to fight Izzy, and you're just fighting Izzy where he wants the fight to be. I think Imavov's going to have to like make this uncomfortable, make it dirty, get in the clinch, get Izzy up against the octagon, but I just don't see him doing that. And I think Izzy's gonna do his normal thing with the leg kicks, jabs, 1-2s, keeping the fight at range and looking like the style bender. So I'm going with Israel Adesanya.
Okay. That completes the bout. That completes the card, people. We are going to get to the dog of the week. Cross, we might as well stick with you.
My dog of the week is my brother from another mother, Michael Venom Page, in the co-main event.
Yeah, man. That's a good dog. Yao?
Can you do McDane first?
No,
we're going in the
you, brother.
No, we
Okay, fine. It's Ziam.
Under pressure.
Ziam.
You going with Fariziam? Yeah, I'm going for Fariziam as well. I picked Fariziam as my dog of the week. McDane.
You'll find out mine once I give it to Leroy.
Nah, man, come on, give it to the people, give it to the audience, man.
I've already told you I might be mixing.
Give the audience something. You can change it. Give the audience something. Don't do that to the audience.
Something. Yeah,
give the audience something, man. You can change it later if you want to. Give the audience something.
Bro, Jamal Pogue's nice and early. Might be a shout, Nah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with my Nigerian brother Cross, and I'm gonna be taking MVP as well.
Okay.
There you go, people. You see, McDane didn't want to give you his dog of the week, but we have to make him pay up, man. You know what I mean? You can't leave the screen without giving the audience the dog of the week. Big up to everybody that stayed in with us. Salute to every single one of you. Big love. Make sure you're showing love to the Rambling Dad, Crossover MMA, Kick Him in the Head Kick Podcast, Making the Walk, CageScribe, S-Dogs, MMA Normally, all these guys.
Bro, this team's getting too big to remember in all these handles. Like, I
rack them up, man. You know what I mean? I had to put them out there, So it's like a night. When you're trying to put that the snooker balls in triangle and try to just rack them up like that. Yeah, man. That's what I do with them names there. You know what I mean?
I'm tagging you guys on Instagram. I'm like, right, boom. Who I forgot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always forgetting somebody. Never fails.
Yeah, for real. There's too many of us. But big up, big love is a family thing. Salute to every single one of you. And come join us tomorrow for the watch along. One of these boys. Soon as I get off the Arsenal game, I'm jumping on whatever this man them are doing.
I was about to say I'll probably run one if I can get the wife and kids out of the house and off to the mother-in-laws.
Yeah, man. If you man can run one, we'll run the destination, and people come and join us tomorrow for that watch along. Easy versus Imavov. And we'll catch you on the next one, people. Hasta la vista. Salute. We're out.
Later, people.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.